товарищи, дорогие гости, на вашем здоровье. That was my Russian voice you heard. I'm sure you didn't understand a thing. Definitely, you heard my voice, but didn't understand the message. How does one find their voice with a message? Well, it turns out that our voice is in our actions. It's in our life stories. It's how we respond to what life has given us, not what we expect from it. Our voice is not in the material goods we accumulate through our lifetimes. It's how we use our energy, our enthusiasm, and our empathy to make this world a better place for fellow men. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, I had the privilege of being born and raised in the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, first 15 years of my life. I have my roots planted in communist system. But I also am lucky enough and have the privilege to live more than 30 years in the United States of America, where I have acquired higher education in both engineering and business, giving me the critical thinking and the wings that goes with the capitalist society. I stand in front of you with a loud and clear message. Humans and people are the same around the world. Let me repeat that. People are the same around the world. We all have same genetic composition. 2,000 generations of genes, same. The only thing that differentiates us from another is some genome ticker marks that our ancestors developed to survive to the environmental harshness that defines our physical color, hair, and characteristics. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the same. We all grieve the same way. We grieve our losses with our tears. We celebrate our victories with our laughter. Every mother around the world wants her child to be raised in peace and prosperity. Every father wants to be able to provide for their children. How many of you here heard of the present that Russia gave to the United States in the memory of 9/11? Have you ever heard of the monument, the statue called Teardrop? I dare you to go look it up. It's in a system. And I'll pass it around for you to see. A Russian artist, Zubov Tsirotelli, actually is Georgian background. 9/11/2006, the monument was unveiled in the shores of New Jersey with a direct view of Statue of Liberty and Twin Towers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the caliber of Statue of Liberty. The statue monument stands 100 feet tall, 175 tons. It's the goodwill of human nature, and most of us don't even know it. There is an infinite goodness in humans around the world, and it's shared by the feeling of empathy. Do you know why we don't hear about these kinds of things more? It turns out there's the evil cousin of empathy, and there's two sides to it. Fear and greed, ladies and gentlemen. This is another human emotion. These two take over the empathy. There's plenty of empathy to go around, but it's that fear and greed that drives us humans. We're all the same, and our actions are really very much so tied to what we do and how to respond to these two emotions, fear and greed. Wasn't it the greed when we had this whole financial thing blow up on our face? The financial bubble was created because of the greed. And because of the fear, it blew up faster than we thought. Wasn't it because of that greed that Soviet politicians dig their own grave and jumped into it? Wasn't it due to the fear that people did not stand up and take more action? Let's bring it down to our level. When a cup pulls us over, I don't care if you're in Russia or America, you start thinking, what did I do? The fear takes over, at least for me anyways. I challenge all of us to look back and think of the triggers of fear and greed. There's plenty of those, and even though they're little examples, I challenge us, including me, to look back and say, how can I neutralize it? Don't think you can get rid of it. It's human nature. Neutralize it. There are times we need to act upon fear. It's survival. There are times we need to act upon greed. It's opportunity. But how do we account for our actions? I'm telling you, people around the world are the same. Our actions are driven because governments, kingdoms, they all try to control their people using fear and motivate them using greed. And it's up to us to understand. In conclusion, whoever you are, wherever you go, understand the society and the limits you're in. And understand that no matter how good that society is, they will try to mold you in a shape. And it's up to every one of us to stand up, find our voice. Remember, our voice is in our actions. It's not what life gives us. It's what we and how we it's how we respond to what life gives us. Use your energy, empathy. Use your energy, enthusiasm, and empathize, and make this world a better place to live. Madam Toastmaster.